Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you my top 10 designer fragrances. Now the tag that's been going around is your 10 designers for life, and you're supposed to show the top 10 designer fragrances that you can't live without and that you always have in your collection. But I think I'm just too fickle for that. So I'm going to show you my top 10 currently, and I hope that you'll forgive me. So I'm gonna start with my number one fragrance, my top designer, my top 10, and that is Elie Saab Girl of Now. This perfume is the only perfume that I've ever smelled that I felt like I could make it my signature. I'm fairly non-monogamous with my perfume. I have almost 200 bottles. Oh, that hurts to say. And I wear almost all of them. There are a few that I am trying to swap out that I don't wear, but for the most part, I enjoy all of my bottles. And this is one that I really feel like I could wear every day. It was a blind buy. I bought this without having smelled it, just based on the notes because it had everything in it that I love. Almond, orange blossom, vanilla, and it was love at first sniff. I am head over heels with it. I bought this or I received this in a swap in January or February, I can't remember now. And I've already gone through almost half of the bottle, and that's a feat for me because I have so many bottles of perfume that I never wear. I never really make a huge dent unless I really love it. And this I love, and I have a backup bottle. That's how much I love it. So to me, I just think this perfume is really how I would like to seem to people. It's just very sweet and soft and youthful and feminine and really approachable. It can get a little heavy and a little overwhelming if you overdo it, but that's actually how I prefer my fragrances, so that's okay by me. And I don't know, it's just really good. It's like the perfect balance of soft but heavy, like fluffy but really syrupy, and it's really loud but it's still really airy. I just think this is a really well done perfume. So that's my top of my top 10, and the rest of my perfumes will not be in any particular order. Although I think I'm gonna do like my daytime appropriate fragrances and then move into like my nighttime, just because that's how they're laid out on my little ottoman here. So my next fragrance is actually my scent of the day, and that is Cartier Basier Vole Essence de Parfum. This is, if you've ever smelled the original, it's fresh, big, like lush green lily. And the difference between the original and this one is this has vanilla in it, and it's a very simple vanilla. It isn't a spectacular vanilla. It's like a vanilla extract, but to me, I think that the vanilla really grounds the sharp green stem part of the lily. I think it just helps kind of balance the composition a little bit. This to me smells so polished and so classy, but not uptight. It smells, again, really welcoming. I think, and approachable. I think that's really what I prefer from my fragrance is that approachability. And this I do not think is like snooty or anything like that. It's just really polished and fun. It's really nice in the springtime. I think it does best in warmer weather. In the cold weather, that sharp greenness is really, it's too much for me. I prefer something a little bit rounder, and I think this does it really well. So yeah, that's that one. Number 3 has got to be Jean-Paul Gaultier's Classique. This is the Eau de Toilette. I've only smelled the Eau de Parfum a handful of times, but I think whenever you hear Classique, this is really the scent that you're thinking of. And this is just a really nice, ladylike lipstick scent. It's a little powdery, a little grapey from the orange blossom, a little sweet without being overly sweet. And I don't know, I don't think this smells dated. This is from the 90s, but I also grew up in the 90s, so what do I know? What do I know about anything being dated? To me, like I said, this just smells really ladylike, and I think this is an amazing everyday fragrance. Throughout the year, like in the winter, this is such a cozy sweater scent, but in the spring and summer, it just smells really fresh without smelling like soapy to me. The other thing that I really like to do with Classique is layer it. I can layer more floral scents on top to bring out more of the orange blossom for the spring and the summer. And I like to layer it with heavier, boozier scents in the winter time. And even though I think this scent is not simple, it just really works as a layering perfume. Number 4 is Bonbon Couture by Viktor and Rolf. I blind buy a lot of my perfumes because where I am geographically, I don't have access to a lot of perfumes. I can't smell them unless I buy samples. And I'm sure people are screaming at their computers right now, like, what are you doing? Just buy a sample. I don't know. I feel like, well, I actually had a sample of Bonbon and I thought I really liked it. But when I got the bottle, it just wasn't, it didn't wow me. And I thought it was going to wow me. It was, you know, orange blossom and mandarin and caramel, and I thought it was going to be this really great scent, and it was okay. But when I got my hands on Bonbon Couture, this is what I expected Bonbon to be. This is much more complex. It just is a little bit, it's just better. One of the main differences between this and Bonbon is patchouli. And it's a very, if you've smelled Flower Bomb, it's like that patchouli, like a really sweet, syrupy patchouli. It isn't body odor, it isn't dirty or earthy. And I think it just really takes it to the next level. So this, perfect for any time, and really great smelling. And the bottle is insanely cute. All right, we're kind of working our way into more nighttime and fall and winter appropriate scents. This next perfume is new to my collection, and it is Roberto Cavalli Essenza. This perfume is actually my husband's favorite, which is why it's in this list. I don't know that I would pick this for my top 10 if my husband didn't have such a strong reaction to it, but he did. And this perfume is interesting to me because it has 3 notes: almond, vanilla, and orange blossom, all of which are some of my favorite notes. And I had a perfume by Elie Saab called Le Parfum L'Eau Couture that also had the same 3 notes, and that was like a sharp green springy scent, and I really didn't know what to expect because the bottle on this does not make me think sharp green and springtime. And this is much more gourmand. The vanilla is a really nice, sweet, dark vanilla. The orange blossom is a little bit grapey, which I like. It like Classique is grapey too. And the almond is much more gourmand in this than in the Elie Saab. I really like this. I think this is a good year-round, everyday scent as well. So it really surprised me when my husband told me he thought this was very sexy. but I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. And so now I reserve this for like date nights and things like that. And I do think that this works really well in nighttime, like dates and situations like that, when you don't want something that smells really like bombshell, when you just want to smell sexy, but like not like you're trying to pick somebody up at the bar, if you know what I mean. My next perfume, you could probably pick somebody up at the bar with this one. It is Angel Muse by Mugler. This perfume, so I had a big struggle with myself between Alien and Angel. I did not prefer one or the other, and of course anyone will tell you, well, you're either an Angel girl or an Alien girl, and I was neither until I smelled this, and I was fully in the Angel camp. This is so good. The patchouli in here is not medicinal at all. Like sometimes in Angel it can smell a little bit like cough syrup, and the hazelnuts, like over the top. It is truly like a hazelnut whipped cream syrup just landed all over you. It is so good. It's extremely powerful. Like I've had this bottle since last year and I've only gone through a small amount of it, and a little goes a long way. I think this really opens up and sweetens in heat, which I think with Angel in particular, you want to be careful how much you're applying. But it works really well as a cozy sweater scent in the winter too. And definitely at night, definitely sexy and delicious and sexy. Since we are on the topic of nighttime perfumes, I feel like this is almost as polarizing as a lot of Mugler perfumes. I feel like you either love this or you hate this. I think it either works on you or it doesn't. On me, this is like this really sexy plummy vanilla with like a little bit of something to deepen it. My skin doesn't really tend to amp up wood notes. However, I smelled this on someone else and it smelled like pencil shavings. It was mind-blowing to me that it smelled so differently on us. But because this smells so good on me, it is absolutely one of my favorites. I have 3 bottles of this. I just love it so much. This is another one where a little goes a long way. I think this is too much for high heat and daytime. It might not really be all that appropriate. I'll have to test that out. But nighttime, definitely. I've gotten so many compliments on this when I've worn it out, even just like getting drinks with my girlfriend. I think it just smells really good. It's just fruity, vanilla. I feel like you can't go wrong with it. Or at least I feel like I can't go wrong with it. And I think because it smells so different on everyone, you can wear it out with a group and it'll smell just a little bit different and not smell like you're all wearing the same perfume. This to me is a little more party girl than polished, ladylike going out. So I've worn this to dinner with girlfriends a few times, but I think if you were going dancing or going to a club, this would make you very popular. This next one is new to my collection. I got this for Mother's Day. It is Tom Ford Noir. I love this. This is so creamy and sweet and a little smoky and just really sexy dark vanilla. I think the bottle fits the scent perfectly and it lasts so long and it projects so well that a little goes a long way. This, I think, could work on a really wide range of ages and smell really fantastic. This, I think, could work for a wide variety of ages, and I don't think it really adheres to one side of the spectrum between like party girl and like uptight ladylike girl. I think really anyone can wear this and it will just smell really good on them. It's not simple, but it is not like a hard to understand perfume. All right, my last two, Hypnotic Poison by Christian Dior. This is root beer on me. I think almost everyone has smelled this at some point in their life. It is just really fresh, delicious root beer. Almond, orange blossom vanilla, woods. It's very effervescent, and even though the bottle is very gothic, and even though it's called Hypnotic Poison, I don't really think that this needs to stay at night. I think that this would really work any time of day. Like, you drink root beer at lunch, right? So this to me smells, you know, it smells like root beer, and I feel like anyone can drink root beer, so anyone can smell like root beer. It just smells really approachable and sexy, and it wouldn't smell like it didn't. That's my cat. Where are you? Hi. You gotta be quiet. It wouldn't smell like it didn't fit. Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't smell like it wouldn't fit on a mom or like a teenager. I think this would really work for anybody. Number 10 is Addict by Christian Dior. This is the newer reformulation. I just bought a vintage bottle and I'm really excited to smell the difference between the two. This is a dark vanilla with white florals. It's super sexy. It's super powerful. It smells a little powdery and soft, but strong. I think this is a really confident perfume. Like, when I wear this, I feel really sure of myself. And again, I think this is another one that most people have smelled at some point in their lives. And I think with a light hand, this can work in the daytime. It is extremely powerful, so you don't need to use too much. But at night really is when I think this shines. And in cold weather, it smells so cozy and comforting. But in the spring, it just smells like light and playful. This is really one of my absolute favorites. Well, top 10, right? So they all are. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my top 10. Let me know down in the comments if there's anything you think I should try and what your top 10 designers are. Thanks so much. Have a great day.